My name is Sanjeev. I'm the General Secretary for the Amalgamated Union of Public Employees. My main role is actually helping workers at the workplace. It could range from grievances, policy matters. I actually was introduced to MoneyOwl through the NTUC Central Committee as well as OTCI. They actually had this financial masterclass for unionists, and I registered for it. For myself, I'm a mid-career person with 3 kids and stuff like that, so retirement planning, budgeting for the children's education and stuff like that are important.
Okay, my name is Eddie, 31 this year, married. This is my wife Hannah, 3 kids. 135. So now I'm an interior designer of my own company.
When we are expecting our first child in 2016, we did meet up with a few of the insurance agents. I think we both feel that they were a little bit pushy, and some of the insurance product, the insurance agent didn't understand more of it. They are just telling us that we needed to buy it.
I'm Lawrence, I'm 56. I've got 2 grown-up kids. They graduate university this year. I'm a civil servant. I've been in the civil service for about 8 years, but prior to that I was in the corporate sector as a headhunter for about 23 years. We were always interested in comprehensive financial planning. As middle-income family, we didn't really have lots of money to put away, so we couldn't sign up to one of those completely fee-based consultancies that will give us this kind of advice.
I'm Jensen. I'm 32 this year, and I've been working for about 6-7 years after uni. So yeah, I would consider myself a young working adult.
The first insurance plan that I bought with MoneyOwl is Aviva's term plan, right? For death and permanent disability. That one is NS person will have this coverage given by the government. So back then, being 20 years old, 21 years old, we are not really sure about all this insurance stuff. So I actually terminated that insurance. So afterwards, I think back in 2018, Colin from MoneyOwl actually told me about this plan that I used to have. And he asked me why did I cancel off, because that's the so-called the best plan. Coverage of $1 million, yearly payment of only $500. The second one is critical illness. The calculation is based on your monthly income. Lastly, there is 2 endowment plans for both my elder kids. It's for their education in the future.
Actually, the starting point was very good. They had this online advisor of sorts that allowed me to go in, fill up my personal information, financials. That allowed me, first thing first, is to take stock. In the sense that we are able to then know what we have. Then from there, the second part was really then that discussion that would take place with the financial consultant. So then the financial consultant was able to look at some of these things on a broader view. Financial planning sounds very big, and for the working class, I think MoneyOwl will be able to provide that assurance, that honest, because there is no product selling. I think that's important in this sense here.
I would say the experience was painless, and it's something that needed to get done. It needed our discipline to get it done. Nobody can get it done for you. There is always a difference between what you think you know and what is the reality. It always takes somebody from outside your own circle, or it's me and my wife only, right? That will be able to shine a light on that. We definitely benefited from having some sort of comprehensive financial planning done.
Yeah, it was not a pushy process at all. In fact, I felt like I was the pushy one because I was always asking questions non-stop. When I talked to the financial advisor, it was more like year to year or even decade kind of outlook or planning. Yeah, so that really broadened my mindset and broadened my horizon. Yeah, so after going through the comprehensive financial planning, I would say I'll feel a little bit wiser in terms of like how I plan my finances.
Even before the engagement with MoneyOwl, we had a plan, but we didn't really put hard numbers against the plan. The discussion with the MoneyOwl advisor, Colin, kind of forced us to put hard numbers against it. I think we are more comfortable now because it's a question of more efficient deployment of what we already had in place.
So I bought the disability plan, or rather CareShield plan. In terms of investment, I've already put in some amount in the dimensional funds, and actually it's doing better than like my other investments. So I'm like, why have so much stress like investing or like researching stocks when I can just trust MoneyOwl with it?
For us, as working parents with young children, I think The important thing is planning for our retirement and also the kids' education needs. For financial growth, it's really as long as these basic needs are met.
I invested around 1 year plus, and the performance is actually very good. If you stay invested and being disciplined enough to actually stay invested, don't touch the money, very confident, I think can retire at the age of 50.
And I think the important thing that I took away from the masterclass was really that it is something that is possible for everybody. You know, you don't have to be financially savvy, you don't have to be rich, but I think it works for the layman.
It is definitely useful to get somebody who's properly trained and has a clearer understanding of what's out there that we can leverage or that we can use in terms of products or services.
A couple of things that I learned from this financial planning service. First is not to ignore CPF, that CPF can actually grow to become like a good foundation or a significant amount in your retirement. Before going through the financial planning service, I kind of viewed retirement as like something that is still really far away and that I don't really have to worry at this age. But after going through this, I realized that the steps that I take today matter and that it's not a very, very big step to be worried about. Like honestly, I think looking at the plan just now, they just said like I just need to set aside maybe 5 to 10K a year, which I think is quite reasonable.
Recommending MoneyOwl, definitely. I think it's not only to friends and colleagues and family. I would recommend this to all union members. Learning how to prepare for a rainy day, being able to save for retirement, also making sure that when you retire, you are able to live comfortably and not, in the same manner as though you are still working. So having that kind of financial resources available requires planning.
Investment with MoneyOwl's is of course highly recommended because I am the living proof. I am the living proof that I can show you the results and don't really have to be very afraid of the word investment. And now investment is very hassle-free. Everything is all online, just by clicking. As long as you know how to transfer money, you can already.
Actually, I already have. Both my children actually have signed on to MoneyOwl. They haven't done the comprehensive financial planning bit, but we've recommended it to friends and a couple of them have taken it up. Yeah, it's something that we would recommend.